Your 5 to 9 is the only time of the day you actually own, and you can use it in two ways: as a chance to make progress on your goals and recharge your battery for tomorrow, or as wasted time you spend distracting yourself, pretending it's relaxation. As someone working a 40-hour job while building a business and posting YouTube videos, I don't have a choice but to fully take advantage of my evenings. So here are the 6 things I did to stop wasting my evenings after work. The final tip I'm going to share later you've probably never heard before, and it's honestly the most effective one on this list, so stick around. So the first thing I did, and that you need to do, is to reframe your mindset. Right now you might believe that an 8-hour day is a lot of work, and obviously if that's your belief, then you're not going to think you're able to work an extra hour, for example, during the evening. The reality is that you're capable of working a lot more than you are right now. David Goggins' 40% rule states that when you think you're done and your brain tells you to quit, you're only at about 40%. Now this relates more to physical activity, but when it comes to work, when you're done with your 8-hour shift, you are not at your limit yet. You're just not. Working as a personal trainer, some of my clients tell me that they couldn't come to the gym this week. So I asked them why, and they say, I worked a lot. I worked too much. I didn't have time. So I asked them, how many hours did you work? I'm just curious. And they tell me about 40. So I'm thinking, okay, you worked 40 hours and you were not able to come to the gym a single time because that's too much. Some people work 55, 60, even more hours per week, and they come 4 or 5 times to the gym per week. How is that possible? It is simply a mindset shift. If you believe that 40 hours is a lot, then you're not going to be willing to add some more, and you're going to use your evenings to entertain yourself and relax. Guys, I've got a challenge for you. A 7-day focus and execution challenge, where every single day I will send you a challenge related to productivity and time management. I'm telling you, in those 7 days, you will learn more by actually implementing what I teach you than by watching 100 self-improvement videos. So take on the challenge, click the first link in the description and sign up. The second thing you need to do, and this is the most important, it is 1 hour of deep work per night. This 1 hour is your ticket out of your 9 to 5. It is the way you're going to progress towards your goals. As you know, deep work is where you are undistracted, fully focused on a very important task. And taking advantage of your evenings is about prioritizing and just getting that 1 hour done every single night. Here's a few tips to implement this hour. So first of all, think about what you're going to work on during your commute from work. So instead of just listening to music, think about the task that you're going to work on during this hour. So if you need to write something, a few pages in a book, an article, a social media post, then start brainstorming ideas while you drive. Whatever you need to work on, thinking about it before you actually sit down, it will make the transition easier. It's going to be one less thing that you have to do during this hour because you will already know what you're going to do. The next thing you can do is to follow a strict starting ritual every single time you get back home from work. So a starting ritual is simply a series of steps and actions that you follow every single time before getting to work. What this does is basically prime your brain for work. Your brain knows what's coming up and it's going to get ready. For you, it could be drink a protein shake, get changed, get to work, put on the music, boom. Whatever it is, it needs to be the exact same thing every single time. This will greatly reduce the chance that you start procrastinating, randomly going on your phone and scrolling for 30 minutes. It will make the transition from your day job to this 1 hour of work a lot smoother. My final tip is to do this hour before dinner, not after. This is pretty obvious, but if you do that 1 hour after you've eaten, right? You cook, you eat, it's an hour and a half later, you're digesting, you're even more tired than when you came back home from work. This 1 hour is going to be a lot more difficult to complete. So just do it before supper, get it out of the way. The next thing you need to do is to start using a to-do list. So in the previous step, I told you to think about the task that you're going to do during your commute, but you should already know that task. It should be on your to-do list. If you don't plan what you're going to work on in advance, then every single day you're going to get home, you're going to sit down, you're going to have to not only complete this 1 hour of productive work, but you're also going to have to think about, okay, what do I do today? What's the most important thing I need to do? You might waste 10 minutes doing that. You're not only going to waste time, but it's also going to be more intimidating. If you don't know what you need to work on, then this adds friction and the likelihood that you'll actually do the hour of work drops. So choose 1 or 2 very important tasks, write it on the to-do list, and that's what you're going to do during your 1 hour of deep work. Using a to-do list is so important for many, many reasons. This is just one one of them. So the next thing you need to do is to plan your entertainments in advance. So I understand, wanting to take a few hours during your evening to play video games, TV shows, any entertainments, okay? It's your little treat at the end of the day. I get it. If you don't plan it in advance, it could overlap on your 1 hour of deep work or on reading, spending time with family. You need to set boundaries. You need to set a specific time for entertainments. Now you might say, why not just no entertainment, right? Just productive stuff. Well, you could try, but a few months ago during June, I had a week where I just worked so much harder and just challenged myself to no entertainments at all, every single day for a week. And doing the work during the day was just a lot less motivating because I didn't have that little reward to look forward to at the end of each night. It was just work, read, go to bed, repeat. And so I'm not against a little hour of whatever entertainment you choose, as long as it doesn't affect your sleep. So what I recommend is to say, okay, my entertainment is from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Nothing before, nothing after, so that way it doesn't affect my sleep. This will control the amount of time you spend on entertainments. It will prevent you from randomly gaming at 6 p.m. when you could be doing so many other things. And it will also give you a little treat at the end of the day, which will make working a lot more motivating. The next thing you need to do to stop wasting your evenings is to treat your evenings as energy restoring periods. Put simply, you need to eliminate everything that drains your energy, and you need to add as many things as possible that give you energy. So if you play competitive video games and you keep getting angry like a toddler, then you should remove it. It's not giving you energy. If you keep hanging out with people who drain your energy, remove them. Spend time with loved ones. Read, go for walks. Just take care of yourself. Treat your evenings as a chance to restore your battery, restore your energy, so that way you're ready to work the next day. Another really important thing related to this is to have a sleep time. The goal of the evening is not to cram as many activities as possible and entertainments and end up going to bed at 1 a.m. randomly. Set a sleep time every single night, the same time. Prioritize sleep over all else. This is going to make the biggest difference over whether or not you have energy the next day. Here's the final thing you can do to stop wasting your evenings. Maybe you just need to shrink them. Instead of trying to fit this 1 hour of work during your evening where you have less energy and then trying to get all these things done in a state of low energy when you'd rather be doing other things, why not go to bed earlier, shrink your evening, wake up earlier, and do your 1 hour of work then, and any other chores that you need to do. That way you get all the important stuff done in the morning, you go to work, and then when you come back home, you do whatever you want. You just have to go to bed earlier. This kind of fixes the whole problem. Another really powerful thing you can do related to this is to move your shift around if you have power over that. So instead of working 9 to 5 and having a short morning or long evening where you have no energy, then why not do 12 to 8? Short evening where you just come back home from work, you eat, you relax, you go to bed, and then a long morning where you can literally get 2 hours of deep work done. There are certain shifts that are just better if you want to get more work done outside of your job. So think about that. Now, the biggest thing you can do to stop wasting your evenings after work is to follow the 7-day focus and execution challenge, where every single day I will send you a new challenge related to productivity and time management. So instead of wasting time during the evenings, just follow this challenge. Click the first link in the description and take on the challenge. Share this with a friend who says they want to start a business, but at 6 p.m. while you're doing your 1 hour of deep work, they're gaming. They need to watch this. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Is it possible? I don't know. You tell me. Help me move this red line forward. Thank you very much, and watch this video right here. YouTube thinks you'll like it. It's about productivity, so I'm sure you will. Go ahead, I'll see you there.